Panamanians, North American Indians, and Puerto Ricans are a mixed race of people, and many confuse them with the indigenous by claiming them to be as such and ignoring those of dark skin. The indigenous seed has been whited out and replaced with a lighter-skinned mixed seed carbon copies of European father and a black indigenous mother. The other 11 tribes are still in Africa. Prophecy says that when the Messiah returns at the time of the Most High's wrath, he's going to gather his people, the other tribes, from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, but Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day, that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time, to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them.
He's going to gather his people, the other tribes, from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, but Judah from the four corners of the earth. Here is Ethiopia, and as you can see, beyond the rivers of Ethiopia would be in the direction of all the places where the Negro was captured. Beyond the rivers of Ethiopia is where they are. Ethiopia is Cush, the land of Cush. If you check the Hebrew word for Ethiopia, it's Cush. And if you look at the ancient map of Cush, it covers modern Sudan and Egypt. Look at the rivers of Cush. It's the Nile River that flows all the way from Egypt to modern Ethiopia. What's beyond the rivers of Cush? The inner parts of Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Mali, Cameroon, Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. If there are any true Israelites in China, Mexico, South America, Haiti, or India, they are Negroes. The tribe of Gad is South Africa. Listen to the prophecy in Genesis. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Genesis 49, verse 19. This is exactly what happened to the Zulu people of South Africa in 1879, an Anglo-Zulu war between the British Empire and the Zulu Kingdom. The British defeated the Zulus after a string of battles in South Africa. The Zulu kingdom has been subjugated and the British leaders for over 100 years until Nelson Mandela became the president of South Africa in 1994. This set off a chain of events that caused the descendants of the Zulus to completely gain total control of their country. They are now taking back farms, lands, businesses, and whole corporations that are owned by whites. They have overcome the troop in these last days. No other black Negro nation on the planet has this testimony. The script also states, and I quote, "And of Gad he said, Blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. He dwelleth as a lion, and teareth the arm with the crown of the head." End of quote. Deuteronomy 33 verse 20. Currently, the Zulus are the largest South African ethnic group with an estimated 10 to 11 million people. During Shaka Zulu